I use a trade plan, which I think is one of the keys to being consistently successful, and I think you should as well. Hey everyone, lead trainer with StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen here. Be sure to subscribe to these videos so that you'll get notified as soon as a new one is published. Also, comment below. I'm going to talk about a trading plan today. Do you think it's valuable? Do you think it's a late waste of time? Let me know below. Is a trading plan useful, and is it the key to success? A trading plan can be often misunderstood. What does that mean? What do I put in there? What are the criteria, etc.? So when I talk about a trade plan, I talk about, I use a couple terms. I call it building the case, kind of like, to me, you're almost like a detective. You're looking at this ticker, you're looking at this company, you're looking to either buy or short it, but why? There's 16,000 publicly traded stocks. You got to decide which is the stock of the day. Many of you have small accounts. You can't trade more than one or two stocks. You need to break that down. And I think the trade plan is key. I also call it the recipe. In StocksToTrade Pro, we've got a lot of worksheets that we use. A lot of them are just kind of checklists, but you can break through, okay, is it an earnings winner? Is it a breakout? Are the fundamentals good? Is it a former runner? Is it a low float stock? And you go through and check these boxes. Actually, Checklist Manifesto is a great book. Check it out on Amazon, where it talks about a lot of this in relation to sophisticated careers like airline pilots. I think it's very applicable to day trading as well. So build that case, as well as check off the components of the recipe, and be sure that this is actually a stock that you want to trade. And I think that that is where the trade plan is especially useful. So now, hopefully, you see the value of a trade plan, and you'll start using one on a day-to-day basis. And what I want to talk about now is what goes into that, what I put in my trade plans, what some of the most successful traders out there put into their trade plans. Something we do on the Steady Trade podcast a lot is we interview some of the best traders out there, and these are tips that I've gleaned from them, things that they're putting in their trade plans. So we want to start out at the top with, what is the why? Why are we looking at this ticker? What is the contract? What are the earnings? What are the catalysts? Why? I think that's something many traders overlook, is they just want to make some money. So they start buying all these random stocks, shorting all these random stocks, and they can't understand why they're not consistent. I'll talk to them after the fact, and I'm like, well, why did you buy it? Why did you buy it here? Why didn't you buy it here? And I get a lot of ums and a lot of ahs. So that's where I think you need to write these things down. This ticker, this price, this is the justification. This is what the stock has done in the past. This is the pattern. Maybe you're a pattern trader. Maybe you're buying breakouts. Maybe you're buying VWAP holds, one of my favorite patterns. Put that pattern in there. Write down as much information as you can. Something I did for years when I was getting started is I would try and fit as much information on a 3x5 index card as I could. The how, the why. And then once I entered that trade, I would stick that index card in the numlock row of my keyboard, so that right there in front of me, I knew what I was going to do, and it helps enforce discipline. One of the biggest things that new traders struggle with, they might even do good research and have a good idea, but if you don't stick to that plan of your stop and your profit goal, you can turn winners into losers. You can turn small losers into big losers. So that's why I always like to have that information right there in front of me. Last component is the entries and the exit. I just touched on it, but these stocks are very volatile. You have to have a profit target. I see so many newer traders that are in the green, but then that greed comes in. Now they're up $100 or $500. Then they start dreaming about that $1,000 day or that $5,000 day, and then they overstay. They don't stick to their plan. Stock reverses quickly. Maybe news comes out. Maybe profit taking comes in, and they turn a winner into a break-even trade, or even worse, a loser, because they didn't stick to their goal. So break down the how, break down the why, the plan, build the case, then put that entry, that stop loss, and that goal, and stick to it. work on your discipline. That is one of the biggest keys to being successful over time. Thanks for watching our video. Be sure to comment below with any trading related question. We love answering your questions. Also, like and share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to be notified as soon as our next video hits. And if you're looking to expand your trading knowledge, don't forget to check out all of our other videos, and be sure to click the trial below. Check out StocksToTrade. I think it is one of the best, most rapidly advancing softwares out there. Be sure to check out our trial.